Although I'm
Hello.
weirdly
Hello.
passionate about like high school media and just how bad it is.
High school media, especially high school media aimed towards girls.
Yeah,
It's a problem.
It's awful.
It's a huge problem.
And I'm just like, tell me more.
And when I sit and think about it, it's just like probably the best depictions of high school is like Napoleon Dynamite.
Realistic.
Yes.
Gosh.
No, you know.
Yes.
I don't think I've ever watched that movie all the way through.
It's a time.
It's such an interesting film because people either say it's like really good or really bad. There's no in between.
Yeah,
Good.
and you either like it or
And
you
people
just don't like it.
Don't
Period.
know how to rate it either if it's a good or a bad movie.
Yeah.
Can it just be a good bad movie or bad good movie?
I would say it leans into being. Well, no, actually, I don't really know if I can make that call definitively either.
I think it's up to interpretation.
You don't want to make that call on record?
No, not on a record. But I do have like. I mean, I'm a little biased. I have a bit of a nostalgic attachment to Napoleon Dynamite.
Like, okay.
So I mean, I can't be completely unbiased. I can't be completely unbiased and objective about it. But you know, I have to be in a very specific mood to watch Napoleon Dynamite.
Yeah.
Like
Okay.
it's like with Nacho Libre.
That's a Wes Anderson film, right?
No, it's not Wes Anderson.
Okay. I'm just like, it's one of them pretentious directors.
It's not.
right?
Why is that funny?
It's not It's not colorfully quirky enough to be a Wes Anderson film.
I don't know. I remember seeing the poster. That was pretty quirky and colorful.
It is
For Napoleon
as dry.
It's yeah.
That's probably why I think it's the same.
It was directed by Jared Hess.
But it's definitely not stylized.
This man's-
Okay.
Wes Anderson's super
He
stylized.
did Nacho Libre.
What the fuck are they doing?
Those cats are having the time of them life.
They're going crazy.
Like, it
Some of
genuinely,
Last Man on Earth,
like,
Son of
sounds like
Zorn.
A whole body's falling over.
Yeah,
I mean, good.
He hasn't done a lot, but his Napoleon Dynamite is his most notable thing.
That's kind of sad.
Yeah, in 2004. I like Nacho Libre, because it's Napoleon Dynamite again, but with Smash Wrestler with luchadors.
You don't have to lie to yourself. You can just say it's Napoleon Dynamite with Jack Black.
It's with Mexican Jack Black, even though he's not Mexican.
Yeah, that couldn't be made today.
No, probably not.
Or is the character like white? in the movie?
He's white.
Oh, that's probably like
Because
fine.
he's a mix. He's mixed,
Oh.
so he's not like it's not the levels of Will Ferrell in the movie Casa de Mi Padre, where he plays a Mexican ranch hand in Spain or in Mexico, but is supposed to just be a Mexican man.
Okay.
Like there's a
What's his fucking face from like every Adam Sandler movie where he plays like a different nationality?
Yeah.
In every fucking film.
yeah like in
It's really bad.
in that movie they run into the
Is he the short, ambiguously tan one?
What's his name?
I don't remember. I know who you're talking about though.
Yeah. He's
No.
very white.
Yeah.
But in every movie he's like,
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Because I know like one of his crew is like a Filipino, and that's the only reason why I know that he exists. It's one of the Adam Sandler crew. He's like just this short Filipino guy.
I have no idea.
One of them's Filipino because he's popular in like he was a popular in the Philippines sometime just because like rap.
That's an Adam Sandler crew. Man?
Yeah, and they make fun of it in some of the films. Where he's just like I know there's like one Adam Sandler movie I like caught half of it. 'cause
Who
my
does he
parents were
play
watching.
in Hotel
I don't
Transylvania?
fucking know.
Because it's just the whole Sandler crew.
'Cause there was like a comedy and like his wife in the movie was just like, oh, I can't believe I'm married to this short ass Filipino man. And I'm like, damn, just call this man out like that.
I need the cast. I didn't know that Selena Gomez played Mavis.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Does that make you like her more or less?
Way more.
Okay.
I love Selena Gomez.
I mean, I kind of
What was the
do.
other one you hate?
Oh, for what?
There was like a Disney star that you hated with a burning passion.
Was it Demi Lovato?
I don't like Demi Lovato. I don't know if I hate her.
There was one time when we were at like a restaurant in Memphis.
Oh, okay. So yes,
Oh,
that
wait, remember,
that was
it's,
Selena Gomez.
Don't get canceled. Remember, it's they.
No, see, that was Selena Gomez. I don't like what they.
Demi Lovato came out as.
Oh,
not
Demi
popular.
Lovato. No. Oh, that's what I'm talking about. Selena Gomez. I don't like her music past when she. So okay. So I listened to her music when she played with a band. She played. It was Selena Gomez and the Somethings that she played with.
You put your own name in the band title?
Selena Gomez and I think it's just called Selena Gomez and the Scene. Yeah, that was like the band title, and I listened to them in high school, briefly. And then after that, I hated all the music she ever made.
Okay.
But I like Selena Gomez like as a person. She's acting in a show with Steve Martin and Martin Short.
Man, those are names.
Called Only Murders in the Building, and it's really neat, and I want to sit and watch through it. So she's cool. She does acting again, which is nice. I think she was having rough times, as all Disney Channel stars, except for maybe Brenda Song, went through. Did Ashley Tisdale have rough times?
Which one was Ashley Tisdale? That's the blonde
Candace.
one, right? Yeah, those are the blonde.
Yeah, Candace from
I just
Phineas
feel
and
like
Ferb.
I feel like Brenda Song probably had it real rough, and just wasn't open about it.
Maybe. Yeah,
Like she was probably just super Asian about it.
I could just super Asian about it. I could
You're not
see
allowed to
that.
publicly speak about like that kind of stuff if you're Asian.
I guess.
Just look at Peridot's actress.
Woof. Woof.
Like all of that's like
doofy.
everyone knows what happened, but like it's all behind closed doors.
Dang.
Because she's not like it's considered like poor taste on her part if she reports.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, anyway.
Yeah.
After
Flynn
fucking
pulls over.
8 minutes of that shit.
People love it. People love it.
Do you love it?
The distinct smoky smell of burnt mesquite pods waft through the air.
See, there's that word again.
Yeah, mesquite. It's actually kind of pleasant. Flynn takes out his cell phone, stepping out of the truck and hustling his way over to the source of the smoke. Jen and I exchange a quick look before following in his wake. The aroma grows stronger as we round the abandoned trailer and make our way to an outcropping overlooking the rest of the area. There's even a slight apple-like smell mixed in. As we round the bend, I can see a few lawn chairs spread about a crackling bonfire. Some of the chairs are faded princess print designs, while the others are a more traditional camp variant. Next to them is a fluorescent yellow cooler, and a portable grill-looking thing that kind of looks like a toaster oven.
Nice. Don't think they got a permit for this.
Oh, hi!
Thanks,
Do you
Heather.
like Heather?
She's cool.
She's fine.
She's kind of always been fucked up, though.
The high-pitched voice comes from behind, and the next thing I know, there's a feline bounding up towards us.
Are we gonna see a... Oh, shit! We actually see her! Whoa! I'm blown away. This is the first and probably only time we're gonna ever see Heather. She's cute, though.
She's fine. She's
just a poor, strung-out druggie. It's fine. It's okay, but she's cute, though. Look at her little hair tuft.
She's trying her best.
She really is.
I see Jenna recoil some. The fennec lingering a bit behind the rest of us. Flynn, meanwhile, looks stone-faced, his hands in his pockets, as always. Hello. I was here the other day, but we have some more questions about Carl, if that's all right. You were? She stares at me for a long moment. Too long, actually. Flynn audibly sighs. Oh, I know you. You're Leo's boyfriend, right? Ex-boyfriend.
She jumped in with that real quick.
Damn.
Real quick.
Jenna chimes in, but seems to visibly regret it as Heather's attention swivels to her. Oh my god, Jasmine, hi! She rushes over to Jenna, wrapping her arms around her in a tight hug. Man, Jenna's not having it.
She is not having it. Whoa.
You look good. Thanks. Jenna doesn't correct her on the name change for some reason. Instead, she very gingerly pats Heather on the back before withdrawing back a foot. I didn't shower this morning, so it's a wonder if true. And neither did I.
Astonishing. Where's Jeremy at?
Oh, hi, Flynn. Heather waves at him, despite the Gila being literally only a couple feet away. Flynn furrows his brow some and limply waves his hand once before stuffing it back into his pocket. Jer? Oh, I made a joke a while ago, and he got really offended and walked off. It was so dumb.
Where do you walk off to?
I don't know. Oh, let me get you guys some drinks. We're having an Oha party.
A hoa?
A Hoa?
I don't know what that is.
I don't know how that's supposed to be pronounced.
No.
Before anyone can say anything, she turns heel and scampers off, her demeanor like an excited child. Once we're done, I broach the obvious question. Is she okay? What's an Oha party? Jenna looks over at me and shrugs. Meanwhile, Flynn squints at the land around him, folding his arms over his chest and mumbling to himself.
Whose property is this? I thought she lived with her dad, the one that works at the one works at the dam.
The lizard sucks in his tongue and quickly shakes his head, his question evidently rhetorical. She does seem different, doesn't she? I wasn't expecting the compliment after, well, how she treated me before. The next thing we know, the feline is returning with 3 beers clutching in her chest. Hurry, hurry, take them! They're really cold and getting my shirt wet. Oh, she's trying.
Yeah.
I blink and quickly step up to take one, kind of awkwardly sliding it away between her forearms and her cleavage. And I'm not particularly hankering for a beer right now, admittedly, but I don't exactly want to leave her hanging. After a moment of hesitation, Flynn and Jenna also take a beer. You guys can have a seat around the bonfire, too. I glance over to the bonfire. It's pretty small, only about 2 or 3 feet high. Why anyone would want to hang out near a bonfire during a 90-degree springtime heat wave is beyond me. Some of the chairs are kind of small, though, since they're for little girls. They're not very good for big boys. It's a good thing we don't have one of them here. She looks up to Flynn, who stands nearly a foot and a half taller than her.
I mean, he's pretty big. He's tall.
The phrasing is so strange, and her smiling gaze lingering way too long.
What? I'm fine standing.
Flynn shifts uncomfortably. She does know he's gay, right? Yeah, I recognize them. Those are mine. Damn. She points to the princess chair, specifically one with the print of the female cat in the blue dress and tiara, surrounded by chipping woodland birds.
Birds.
Or were. Oh, wow. Did you want them back? No. Why not? And Jenna stares blankly at her.
Look, Heather, when was the last time you saw Carl?
Oh, she scratches herself, looking off to the side. I don't know. You should wait for Jer. He'd have an answer for you. In fact, I'll go look for him for you. Flynn steps up, his brow ridge furrowed.
It's a simple goddamn question that I'm asking you, specific like. When was the last time you saw Carl?
Do you expect her to remember?
Probably not. Oh, she's so sad.
Heather reels back as Flynn's tone grows more stern, the cat clutching at her own arms. I don't know.
You know who Carl is. You blew him in high school. Jeez.
What? No, that was Tanya. Carl's gross. As I recall, Heather briefly dated TJ, not Carl. It was a weird coupling, with her being a couple years older, though I guess I have no room to speak there. She was kind of mean to everyone, so it wasn't surprising that they split. Ended up dating one of Leo's friends on the football team, if I remember right.
Fucking whatever.
Flynn waves off the correction. I remember taking an investigation journalism course freshman year that discussed interviewing techniques used by the police department. It includes this big comprehensive list of tells for when someone is lying or obfuscating the truth. The way Heather's acting fits the description of a lot of the aforementioned. Wait, Heather, you're like best friends with Jeremy. Heather still looks like she's about to bolt, but responds regardless. He's cool, but what is that? And he sells pot around here. Jenna looks over at me, seemingly curious about what I'm going with this. Do you need a plug? Because I don't get involved with any of that. I don't know anything. I quickly shake my head. No, you're around him when he does that sort of thing. Were you there when he sold to Carl last? She shifts her posture some, the cat scratching behind her ear as her whiskers bristle. She cuts herself off, trying to think of the right words. They don't want me to talk about this sort of thing with other people. Especially you guys, since you hate all of us. I'm supposed to say that I don't know anything, but I do. I'm not stupid. Her voice is raised now, and she's clutching her fists against her chest. Yeah, I get that, It's totally cool.
You're a fucking brainiac for sure.
Shut up! She screeches at Flynn, the gala covering his ear holes with a wince.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Just ignore him, okay? He just wants to find our friend. He's really worried. Her, dilating.
It's when your pupils go.
I know what it is. I just can't talk. Pupils flick back and forth between the two of us. There's another long silence. Like Keith? You remember Keith, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He got killed pretty good.
Did he?
I mean, he did in Flynn's Route.
That wasn't Keith.
Oh, no, that wasn't Keith. Shit.
Remember everyone was saying, she was saying, it's Keith, and everyone else was like, that's not.
Who the fuck is Keith?
Because it was like a boar guy got, and Keith is, I think, a coyote.
Damn, that sucks.
Yeah. That name again. It sounds familiar. Yeah, it should. I looked to Flynn and Jenna to see if it's ringing any bells with them. I'm not getting anything from Flynn, but Jenna frowns some. Hopefully not like Keith. That's why we're here now. Heather's shifting gaze meets Jenna, holding there for a moment before refocusing to me. I was eating apple smoked jerky with Jer when Carl texted that he needed some stuff. He did the deal, but nothing special happened, I don't think. So nothing out of the ordinary? Heather thinks in silence for a while. Flynn, meanwhile, bites the cap of his beer and takes a swig. What? Okay. Clint and Micah, came by later and kept being really weird and pushy. Well, like Clint was. Micah just stole my jerky, but that's kind of how he usually is. Pushy? How? About Carl? I think so. Wait, really? Flynn stops mid-drink, looking at the aforementioned, the anticipation following her statement. Yeah. It was like, About the money stuff, which I don't pay any attention to. I don't really use money that much anymore. It's like,
I'm like aesthetic.
aesthetic.
What
What does that even mean?
being poor, being a minimalist.
I guess.
I guess.
I don't know. Oh, okay. But do you remember anything specific? I think so. I was calling Micah out for the jerky thing, but he just kept ignoring me. Clint kept talking over me, and when I got mad at him, he just started whispering to Micah. It was super rude, so I really remember it well. It's actually been, like, really hard to remember things lately. Oh. That's about all I can think of to respond with. As I look over, I can see Jenna tapping away at her phone, typing something. She peers up for a moment, just enough to give me a soft smile and a nod. She must be writing all of this down. Flynn, meanwhile, is putting in an active effort to keep his mouth shut. He's waiting for me expectantly to continue. Before I can follow up, Heather starts speaking again, this time to Jenna. I don't really remember, like, why we didn't get along. Because the name Jasmine pops in my head, and it's all, oh, that bitch. But I just saw you now, and it all just seems so silly, doesn't it? Jenna doesn't even seem to react to to Heather at first. She shuts off the screen of her phone and exhales, looking Heather in the eye. She doesn't speak immediately, but that's this sort of latent tension in the air. Yeah. It is a bit silly now. We're all very much grown-ups here. And I appreciate the hospitality. You know, actually, we've got some spare cooked bluegill in the car.
Spare?
Flynn grunts. Flynn caught and cooked it himself. Flynn looks slightly less disgruntled after being credited, though it's clear he'd really intended the food to be for us. Oh, bluegill is good. I really like walleye, though.
I just caught bluegill. Got some bass at home, but didn't bring it. Also, walleye ain't really in season.
That sucks. Cool you caught and cooked it, though. That's real rustic. I usually just get something from the gas station.
You're welcome.
As for issues with remembering things, I'm not quite licensed to be issuing diagnosis. But I did briefly volunteer at a memory center up in Peyton. I actually think I have a card here still in the bottom of my purse. Jenna digs through her handbag for a moment before withdrawing a faded little card. Heather takes it, peering it over with visible trepidation at the clinical test of and brain imagery imprinted on it. If you can get a ride up there on the weekday, they generally can take walk-ins. The clerk there is super nice horse guy named Jessup.
Jessup?
And Jessup!
His name's Jessup.
He can help you get set up with Medicaid to pay for it if you're not already covered. Horse guy? That horse guy?
Oh my god.
No, because she said the horse guy
He worked at
was
a gym, and it was just a joke.
Yeah.
Freaking Chase.
Oh my god.
So insecure.
Right? Oh, that's super neat. Thank you. It would be really cool if you could, like, let me pick and choose which memories I get to keep, though. Okay. Jenna smiles, a flickering sense of melancholy behind her turquoise eyes. It would be nice, wouldn't it? Of course, the challenges of trauma when we overcome shape who we are today. Oh yeah, totally. So, double bummer if you're not exactly happy with who you are today. Right, Jazz? She lets out a sad-sounding giggle. Out of the corner of my eye, I see Flynn blink some, then peering offward awkwardly. He spits on the ground, the faint smell of his venom wafting in the breeze for a moment. I'm guessing he bit that bottle cap too hard. Jenna opens her mouth to respond, but she pauses. Her ears flick some, and she folds her arms over her chest. Yeah, double bummer. Let me get you that bluegill. I'll be right back. Oh, okay. Jenna holds back toward the truck, and we are left standing awkwardly with Heather. Yeah. So, I'm gonna go get the others real quick, so... bye. Before we can say anything further, she takes off again.
She's so nice. I feel bad for her.
She's not doing all right.
No.
No.
And it was one thing to just like see her name and hear her talk lines or whatever, but now
Yeah.
I've actually seen her and she's really cute and sweet and
Yeah,
just
and
has such a hard time.
And you know that she's been fucked for years because of the way she acted in Route 65.
Yeah. It's been pretty bad for a long time.
Yeah. In the distance, I can see her start running, her arms failing with a palsy, like limpness at her sides.
Mm-hmm. Like the cerebral palsy, the condition. It's a neurological thing.
Okay. I am not an educated person.
I don't read books.
I don't
read them books.
I can't help but feel a sort of soft, queasy sensation at the sight. This is what this place does to people. Jenna returns with the Tupperware, letting out a long sigh as she sees Heather in the distance.
Props to you for not just smacking the shit out of her. That was weirdly cordial, considering.
Oh no, part of me wanted to, trust me.
That would have made things harder for this whole questioning business, for sure.
Well, there was that, and I suppose I was thinking after what you told me when you were walking, when we were walking earlier, Chase. She raises a brow, wanting for her to explain. She does not. I get the feeling you guys have more intense history than I thought.
Oh, see, I taught her something good, I guess.
Yeah. See, she's learning.
She is.
Oh my god, I can't believe Chase is giving, like, moral lessons.
Like, what the fuck?
I mean, but, like, I think that kind of makes sense for Jenna because Jenna is such an emotionally detached, like, does not give a fuck about how other people feel. Mm-hmm. Almost more than Flynn.
Yeah, a little bit.
Like, she's nicer about things on the surface, but, like,
But she's so guarded just because she's had to be for so long.
Yeah, and she does not trust people.
No.
She's not give a fuck about others for the most part. Like,
Yeah.
I tried not to talk about it too much back in the day. Back then, she was rude to me, even when I'd done nothing to her. I figured she was just insecure and left it at that. Then one night, she came to me with no one else to turn to, tears in her eyes. She'd had some pretty serious problems going on at home and claimed she had nowhere else to turn to. From that point forward, I was ready to defend her, to help her in any way I could. Short of going to the police, of course, because she begged me not to. It started out as little things, the favors. She was too emotionally distressed to do her homework, so I did it. She couldn't come to class because of a panic attack, and the teacher wouldn't understand, so I lied for her. She needed money to see a friend in Peyton, so I gave her what little money I had. This went on for some time until eventually enough was enough. I had my own problems, especially at home, and I couldn't juggle the well-being of everyone. That's not my responsibility. I told her up front that I was going through a tough time and couldn't do those favors anymore. But I was always available to talk. That wasn't good enough, of course. Despite being busy with her fractured home life and stress of school, she still found time to create this elaborate revenge on the one person who cared enough to help. Next thing I know, her latest boyfriend of the week and his friends are pounding on my front door at 10 p.m. And what does my mom and dad and what does he tell mom and dad when they open the door? She deepens her voice, putting on a dude bro accent. Mm-hmm. Yo, I'm looking for Jasmine. She told me to to meet out here to get some. So not only did they convince my idiotic parents that I was fucking 5 guys, including her boyfriend, she told the whole school. I had my paw smashed in a locker, was fired from my part-time job, and lost almost all of my friends outside of you guys. Jenna gestures to the both of us. She made herself the sufferer in that narrative, the one who had mistakenly trusted the weird, horny anime girl. And Jenna takes a sharp breath from her nostrils, her composure otherwise completely solid. And she didn't even have the dignity to atone for her actions when the chance was standing right in front of her. She continues to lie and manipulate her way through every social interaction to make herself feel better. It's the perpetuation of this endless cycle of preserving herself as this sort of eternal victim. When in reality, it's a complete delusion that hurts her and everyone around her. With the way Jenna rattles off point after point regarding Heather's transgressions, it's evident this is something she's thought about greatly. Maybe even rehearsed. I can't believe you never told any of this. When I was hanging out with you guys, the whole drama was the last thing I wanted to talk about. You know, it was actually Leo who kept prodding me that something was wrong, and I insisted he help. I suppose he meant well enough. Down the hill a ways, the dusty slope of 2 figures can be seen emerging from the shed. One of them pauses as he sees Heather sprinting off down the road, while the other ignores her and carries on. Eventually, the both of them see us and begin making their way in our direction. So, I think we should probably end the part here.
Okay.
So.
All right, then.
Yeah.
Man, poor fucking Heather. I mean, I get it. I mean, that's really shitty.
Oh, yeah.
What she did to Jenna. And
Yeah.
I do feel for her, which, you know, her home life plus all that shit, like, kind of, you know, you get why Jenna's how she is.
Yeah.
But, like, man, Echo's fucked up.
Oh, Echo's great.
I don't know if that's the word I'd use for it.
Great
but
place to vacation.
Great place to vacation. Yeah, tell it to your boys, I guess, right?
Yeah. We'll see you around, everyone.